Hi, welcome to Millennial. I'm Kate.
Meg.
And as you can see, we're outside.
And it's just us.
Yeah, we felt like we needed to check in with each other, and we have so many things we've been sending to each other over text, Instagram, email,
We have all
pretty much every avenue. We're in 10 conversations with each other
I
at all
get
times.
notifications on my watch, and it'll say Kate.
I'm so sorry.
I won't know which way it's coming. I'll be like, was this a text, an email, one Instagram account, our joint Instagram account? It's
Do you want me
funny.
to stick to one?
No, I enjoy it.
Okay.
I love to be surprised.
I like to keep you on your toes.
Yes.
If you're not watching this video, but you're just listening, you should know that, yes, we're both sitting outside.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very sweaty because I just worked out and I'm wearing my pickleball shirt. And Meg has glitter on just because it's Wednesday.
It's my natural state is glitter freckles. So we are not even home, but I packed glitter freckles and they're on.
Do you buy them in bulk?
It's like a 12-pack. Yeah.
You're like packing for a trip and you're like bra, socks, underwear, glitter.
Yeah. Yep. I went to, this is a good segue.
Yeah.
We were on vacation and I sent a picture of glitter and like a shimmery shirt and a fake mustache to my girlfriend group. I have like this text group called the Creative Cohort. And I said, all the essentials are packed, ready to see Benny. And so we went to the Benson Boone concert. That's one of the big things we did this summer. And we brought the boys. And I manifested on our drive there that we were going to meet him. And we did. We made it happen.
You always meet people.
I mean,
I need to start going to things with you.
You just gotta. I told the boys in the car, I was like, guys, I just feel it. We're gonna run into him, and we're gonna be best friends. We are not best friends. I actually really creeped him out.
How do you know?
Well, I did pull out my fake mustache and put it on. I was like, look at what I have. And I like pulled the fake mustache out of my pocket and placed it across my upper lip. And he was like, cool, I got to go get ready. And I was like, okay. Yeah.
God.
Everybody we were with was like, be cool. Just keep walking. And I walked in slow motion behind him. He was talking to his staff and we were like going to this bag making station for the kids. And I like, honestly, like it was a slow-mo walk until he felt my awkward presence and turned. And I was like,
that's how you do it. And then you came prepared.
And then
so
I came
maybe you weren't cool, but you were memorable.
Absolutely. Like I showed him my Halloween costume from last year, which was him. I was like, can I show you a picture? And he was like, what?
This is how restraining orders start.
Oh,
friends.
Yeah. They were like,
don't do this.
No, don't do this. But I was like, it's okay. These are my kids. This is my husband. Can I show you a picture of me dressed up as you? And he was like, sure. Okay. And then we took a picture and he was very sweet. He talked about backflips with the kiddos and he took pictures, but he definitely went into his dressing room and was like, guys, I just met the creepiest mom.
No, he was probably like, she's so cute, but so unexpectedly creepy.
She's psychotic. And that's okay because core memories, my kids got to meet him and they think he's just great. And he is.
Were they embarrassed? They're old enough to be embarrassed.
Yes. My oldest, my high schooler, was mortified. I think my husband was a little embarrassed, but like also thought
because your husband is also famously not like as outgoing.
Yes. Yeah. And so he was just, I think, more entertained. And then like my sister-in-law, who loves him, it was her birthday that day that we met him. And I really shit the bag. I should have been like, oh my God, can we FaceTime my sister-in-law and wish her a happy birthday? Not that he'd have time to do that. But then when I talked to her about it, I told her how awkward and a fool of myself I made. And she's like, well, that makes me feel slightly better that he didn't like fall in love with you.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
definitely not.
Okay. So, segue to the other people you met this summer. Dude Perfect.
Yes. Dude, perfect. Another awkward situation. I handed Sparky a post-it with our email and our handle to to collaborate. I was like, "Hey, you have a podcast.
Obviously.
We have a podcast. I think that we should join forces." And he was like, "Cool."
And so
And
I
I
am
still haven't heard
shocked
from
that
him.
I'm shocked they haven't reached out to us.
I know.
Um, and you saw them a week before. I took my boys and saw them
Yeah.
in a different city. And I was
Mhm.
kind of hoping that in the little like interlude where they were just kind of filling space, that they would say, "Let me tell you a story about the weirdest lady I met at the last
Tell
city."
you about this crazy mom
Oh,
shoving
man.
kids. No, they were
Okay,
super
but
nice.
of course they were. And
Yeah.
why? Okay, how did you guys find Dude Perfect? Why are you why are you fans? Like, why were you at their show? And then I will tell you my experience.
My, my kids who are driving me up a ever-loving wall right now, because it's the end of summer and they're just killing me. Anyway, I think it was at least 4 summers ago. It was before they were really, really big, but they had their YouTube channel, and my kids are obsessed with YouTube, which is like the worst, but it's so many kids, and there are terrible things on YouTube, right? It's like built to make you addicted. YouTube
Yeah.
Shorts have been banned in our house,
Yeah.
but
Same.
yeah,
Same.
because
High five.
it's did I do it? I don't know. I don't know. That was really awkward. Um, so it was like one summer we found their YouTube channel, and I remember watching it and being like, "Oh, okay, this is funny. This is like their dad and his buddies just being boys and like challenges, being athletic." Yeah, so it was just a safe show for all three because they're each 3 years apart, like as they're set up, and there are very few shows where everybody likes it and can watch it and we're not fighting. And it was also like they would do silly tricks and then the boys would want to try them. So,
Right. Yeah. So then they're getting physical. And
which,
like the dudes, well, yes, like pros and cons. The dudes, for people who don't know, if you look up Dude Perfect, two of them are actually brothers. They're twin brothers. And then the
yeah,
others, like they're friends, but they're kind of like a brotherhood because they've been together now all these years. And they
like
are our
college.
age.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. They are millennials. Their
Hmm.
first video came out when we were in college. And we didn't find them. We found them like 3 or 4 years ago when a babysitter turned it on for my kids. And I was
Hmm.
like, what is this? Oh, okay. Totally approved. Like they can
Yeah.
watch this channel. And it is that rare intersection of like captivating to them and also not objectionable to me and to my
Yeah.
husband. But then my husband was like, oh my God, I watched these guys in college 15 years ago.
Yeah.
And they started with trick shots and they built this whole empire. And I like the fact that they do show my kids how to be resilient. Because at first, everybody saw the trick shot videos and didn't see what was behind the scenes. Now
Hmm.
they're better about showing, like, by the way, we tried that. We spent 2 days on that trick before we got it right. And I really like that. And it makes my kids get out there and try stuff too. Like they've made trick shots in the basement all summer long.
Yeah. And acknowledge that not everything comes easy. Like that was a
Right.
big thing too. Like
Right.
they must have gotten that feedback. Like
Yeah.
these aren't real. And then so they were like, no, it is. Like, let's show you what it takes. And
Yeah.
it's not just sometimes you gotta try and try times a million.
Yeah. Yeah. My kids made their own version of the Pet Peeves song.
Oh.
Do you know the pet peeves are on my mind?
Yeah.
They made their own version of that, which I feel like, hey, Sparky, if you ever reach out to us, we'll sing it for you and then
Yeah.
you can use it.
Yes. Actually, speaking of Sparky, I was wearing glitter for Dude Perfect, naturally.
Shocking.
Why would one not? And he told me he liked it because it was almost like my eye black. And I was like, you're so right.
That
'Cause
you're right. That's exactly equivalent.
right? And their
Yeah.
podcast is Almost Athletes. And I feel like this is my badge, my almost
Yeah.
athlete. Although I'm pretty athletic. So
You are pretty athletic.
this is
So
my
maybe
sweat.
they should start wearing glitter.
Yeah.
I
Mhm.
also like the fact that, like, for boys, there really aren't as many good role models.
But yeah, there's a lot of toxic masculinity out there.
And I love that this channel is like, hey, like they love their families. They feature their families all the time.
Mhm.
They are always spending time with them, and like they set a good example there. And also they're just boys. They're just like
Yeah.
being boys, and there's nothing wrong with the fact that they
They're
want to
being
be wild and
silly.
crazy and silly and competitive, and it's
Mhm.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
like
like
it.
that. I do too. I like that they're silly. Like they're clearly masculine because they're very sporty and funny and fit. You know, they're like textbook masculine, but they're just silly and trying new things. And I do. I really like them. I appreciate it. And I think like all three of mine still really like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we watch it, so I don't think they go out of style. I just don't know how long they're going to be able to do all these trick shots and things.
It must be exhausting to like think up new stuff, right?
Yeah. Well, now that they have like a massive team and make
That's true.
so much money, I'm pretty sure it's easier than it used to be to stay fresh. And they got relevant at a time where like, the amount of stuff on YouTube was so much less than it is now. Like, would they even break out today? I don't know. How does anybody?
Check back in a year, we'll tell you.
Okay,
Actually,
who else? Go ahead.
I was gonna say, and this was a good thing you and I were just talking about.
Yeah.
I'm visiting my sister, and we were talking about the podcast, and I was like, manifestation's been really working for me. I'm manifesting it right now. Kylie Kelsey is gonna be the door opener for us. And she was like, why? And I was like, well, she has her own podcast where she's like calling out everybody's bullshit, which is what all women should be doing. And her and I have a personal connection. So, Kylie, it was 9 years ago. I was largely pregnant and we were at a mutual friend's wedding. And Jason and Kylie were talking to my husband and I, and he was like, oh, you're pregnant. And I'm like, yep, third boy. And he said to my husband, oh, I see you only shoot Ys. So, like, great connection there. He clearly only shoots that double X, which we love. And he and Kylie helped us steal these like super big sparklers that were like, you're supposed to light and hold like the tunnel for the new couple to run through. Beautiful and romantic. But I was like, I want to bring these home to the kids. And they like helped us steal a bunch, which, you shouldn't steal, but whatever. It was fun. So, Kylie, we want to talk about you. And Kate, like, there was you sent me her last episode, right?
Yes, and she's been getting she's always getting a lot of attention, rightly so, but she got a lot of attention recently for the fact that someone was like trolling her about her body, and she was like, excuse me, I've had 300 children. This is what
Yeah.
a body looks like when it
Yeah.
goes through that many transformations, and mind your business.
She's also like just had her fourth baby.
Mm-hmm.
People are so brave. Keyboard warriors, right? Like, what gives anybody the right or permission to like comment on anybody's body? Or it's a kind of the
Yeah.
awfulness of social media, right? Or
Yeah, but it is, and we know it, but then how much do we internalize, really? Like,
for sure.
if we're honest about it, not just about bodies, but like anybody's criticism.
Mhm.
And you and I were talking about this earlier today on one of our many channels about how anything that reflects back to you, oh, you're not good enough in this way, or you are not meeting this standard. It's really hard to shield yourself against that, no matter where it's coming from. And there are some things that I think as millennials who are parenting our kids differently and also like healing our own stuff from earlier seasons of life, we we are acutely aware of this because we have to go back and re-examine all the things that are like either pre-memory or like pre-examination, things that we took on when we were too young to say, wait a minute. And
Mm-hmm.
then now that we're raising kids, we're like, whoa, that's toxic.
Yeah. I've had a couple, which I shared with you, a recent like aha or oh shoot moments where like toxicity in past
Yeah.
is being
Yeah.
realized now. And I am at this point of really focusing on it not being brought into my kids' world.
Yeah.
Right? Like now that I've recognized what was something that really not negatively, well, yeah, negatively, I guess, negatively affected me, is still something I struggle with as an adult. And I don't want that to be I don't even want it to be part of my kids' I can't form words. Perimenopause, guys. There are no words forming. Just like their textbook, like their
Their
blueprint.
experience of life.
Their
Yeah.
yeah. It shouldn't even be something that like comes into contact with them,
Yeah.
if
But
that
it's
makes
weird because
sense.
it's like, okay, if we have things from our past that we don't want to pass on, whether it's like stuff people told us or like our own toxic patterns,
Hmm.
um, do you think it's possible to, and this, I'm not talking about your situation, I just mean in general. Do you think it's possible to be like, oh, do as I say, not as I do? Like maybe I struggle with this, but like you don't need to, and here's why. Or do you think the only way is like to model a radical change?
I think model. I would love to say do as I say, not as I do, but that seems almost hypocritical, right? Like
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't tell my kids to be the best version of themselves and then not do be
Yeah.
that mirror for them,
Yeah.
like I will say something I do as a parent that I really value that I think is very something millennials do is I acknowledge when I've fucked up. Like I've lost my shit. I've screamed at them. Like I have like literally screamed in the car, like, I am losing my fucking mind. And they're like, and then I apologize. I'm like, you not obviously not right then. At that moment,
Yeah.
they're like, well, I'm gonna get out of the car. Mom needs quiet time in the car. Cause that's usually what it is. I'm overstimulated. I am
Right.
done with them being total jerks to each other. And then once it's like I will be like, I was so wrong. I lost my
Mm-hmm.
cool. You guys get in trouble when you freak out like that. I shouldn't have swore. You're not supposed to swear. Don't swear. And I'm sorry. Like you're right. I was not being a great role model there.
But also, this is why. Like, this is
Yeah.
what led to me feeling that way. Not that you're justifying it, but they can understand where that came from. And
Yeah.
I feel like I try to do that too. It's honest. It's like radically honest. And I think in the
Hmm.
past, maybe parents felt like it would be giving up their leverage or their authority. But
Yeah.
I think it's the most powerful thing you can do. And it teaches your kids also how to repair when they make a mistake.
Ooh,
Um,
repair. I like that. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah,
Because
because we're
everything can
not
be.
perfect.
No. But
But also we are overstimulated all the time. And when you said that, I was like, that's the word we need to talk about. Overstimulated. I think it is so much worse as we enter this peri-millennial season
I
because our nerves are like already fried and I feel like it's that much harder to maintain like balance. And
well,
then the kids, like the noise all the time.
yeah. Well, I was listening to a podcast by Dr. Sims, and she's like big women's health. And she was talking about how when you enter perimenopause, like it's it's a neural pathway thing. It starts in the brain because your brain is calling for more estrogen that's not there, right? Because it's dropping. So it
Mm-hmm.
is like our nerve endings are already max capacity, confused, trying to figure out what the hell is happening inside our body, which I still don't fully understand and would love to dive deeper into that. So,
And we
um
hopefully will.
we hopefully will. But So yeah, so you're just there is no other room for external noise, and that's not possible when you're a parent,
Yeah.
especially in summer.
Yeah. I also have felt overstimulated, more or less during different seasons, but basically for the past like decade because
Oh
there's
yeah.
always something going on and it's like when you're at capacity, like you've just heard and experienced all the stimulus you can, the tiniest thing can just like push you over.
Oh yeah. No, I'm always
Touched out,
overstimulated. Yeah.
touched out, overstimulated.
Yep. Yep.
And we're taking in too much stimulus all the time because the information, like I think you said on an earlier episode, we're not meant to take in this much information
No. Oh,
this often.
I used to sit down at night with my parents in our living room and watch the news. Like we were in middle school when scary Columbine happened, remember?
Yes.
And I remember being in a safe space with my parents watching the news, taking that. There's been instances recently where my kid has come home and it's popped up on his school iPad news, like some tragic like
Yeah.
shooting or death,
Yeah.
and he doesn't get that opportunity to have it filtered through me.
Yeah. Or to have
So,
it happen in like a 30-minute to an hour window of
yeah, it's just
time
a bloop.
and then shut it out. Yeah.
Here's vomit information. This tragedy happened. Children are not safe. And then he's got to be like, oh my God, you know,
Yeah.
their frontal cortexes aren't developed.
Well, how do
So
you
it
handle it?
is, um, usually if it's a really big topic, oh my God, there's a
Is
moth
that a
on me.
butterfly? No, it's a moth.
Ah! That's okay. Um, you know, how I handle anything with my kids, if it's like a really big topic, if it's a scary one, we'll talk about it right away. But like, if I don't have the answer right away, I'll be like, you know what, I hear you, and this is really important, and I want to talk about all of it with you and all the truths, but I need 24 hours. Like,
Hmm.
can you give me 24 hours
Yeah.
so I can properly research and present the correct info to you because I want you to have it all. And I have a
Yeah.
teenager, so he's at that age where he deserves all of that. But that has really served me very well. That like, give me a beat and then I promise to be honest with you. When it's something scary like a school lockdown, because that unfortunately is their world, we will
Yeah.
sit and we'll talk it through it together. And about like I'll like acknowledge like yeah, it's terrifying. I'm sorry that
Yeah.
you had to hear that from anybody other than me. What questions do you want to ask me? What do you want to talk about? Um
Yeah.
Sometimes it's nothing. Other times it's like, can that happen here? What do we do? And yeah. So
Yeah.
not to take
But
a
you're
huge turn from the glitter.
right. But this is life, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Glitter and hard things.
Hard things and
And
overstimulation and too much information.
yeah, but you're providing a filter for them. Like you can't control what they're going to hear and receive from the world, but you can like take the time, do the research, find like factual information and form a well thought out narrative to then
Yeah.
share back with them. And that's a real gift because that takes so much energy today
Hmm. Yeah.
to filter through all the BS and all the trash.
I have a hard
And
time.
it's
Yeah.
hard. It's hard even if you know what you're doing. And
Hmm.
it's so funny because like when we were in school and we were learning about how to research and how to use the internet. Do you remember we would like go to the library and the librarian would teach us how to do research
There was
using
that
the
one little
internet?
room, the one little room
Yeah.
off of the main library. Yeah. I was telling my kids about that the other day, and they're like, I don't get it. I'm like, yeah, I know. You wouldn't.
Yeah, it's just like it's totally different now and I try to do what you just described, some version of that when I am on my best, like being my best self, but
Hmm.
I don't know how to then like help equip them to do that for themselves one day. Um so it's hard.
Yeah. It's all
Yeah.
hard. And people don't talk about how hard it is enough,
No.
right?
No, but I like hearing about what you do and how you handle it because it's actually the most encouraging thing. And it's what I do with my friends. And it's like what I hope this space is. Just share ideas of what makes it a little bit harder. What's working for you in your household? Like for me, I find that even though bedtime, like when my kids go to bed, especially because they stay up later now because they're older and they could stay up later than me,
Mm-hmm.
when they go to bed, they want to talk. Like that's the moment
Mm-hmm.
where suddenly they want
What
all
is
the
it about
feelings to
the
come out.
nighttime? Yeah, it's all the
I'm like,
worries.
I'm just trying to like moonwalk out of the room and go to my own bed and
Yeah.
relax and like binge something mindless and turn off my brain. And that's when they want to talk about everything big.
Mhm.
But I really, really try to hold that space for them.
Yeah. Safe space. Those
Yeah.
bedtime worries, they always come out right at night.
Yeah.
Who do you think of your crew is your biggest worrier?
They worry about different things.
Yeah.
My oldest, I think, because he's also the oldest and he just is like aware of more going on in the world. And he's so curious that he wants to take in more information. But then, of course, it's worrisome.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm.
What about you?
I used to think it was my oldest until I started really pursuing like pediatric mental health stuff and
Yeah.
getting into anxiety, and then I
Yeah.
would see it more so in my middle in
Mm-hmm.
like sneaky ways.
Mm-hmm.
Like my
Yeah.
oldest is very honest and open, and I
Yeah.
am so very grateful for that, but just because he's like outwardly telling me his worries doesn't mean
Yeah.
that the one next in line who isn't saying the same things doesn't have them. And I've like
Yeah. I
picked
see
up on
that.
it. Yeah.
And I feel like people internalize that differently
Mhm.
and they express it differently.
Mhm.
So like for my middle, he expresses it more like if he's having a hard time with something or if he's having a hard time, and we will get into this with all of our mental health discussions, but like if he's having a hard time accepting himself or feeling good about
Mhm.
himself because of whatever's going on in his life, that comes out as like frustration and anger toward others.
Yeah.
But really it's all like a
An internal. Yeah.
self-love thing.
Yeah. Funny.
Yeah.
My middle's like that too. Birth order. We
Yeah.
need to do a
Birth
birth
order is
order.
going to be, we have to do a birth order and an astrology chat.
Yes. Okay.
I mean, I'm going to
Slide
do
into
your
our
whole family's
DMs.
charts.
Yeah. Yes, please. But any
Slide into our
astrologist.
DMs so I'm not the only one messaging Megan on our millennial account.
Yes. Yes, please. We've grown. We were at like 88 followers. I
And
know. Look at us.
they're not all our family.
No. Super exciting. The guy who started Tom's, like the shoe. Do you remember
Yeah.
those shoes? He
I have
liked one
them.
of our reels.
What?
I know. I don't know how he found it, but I was like, woo! This is how it happens. And
We're on our way.
first Tom, next Kylie.
Yes.
She wants
And
to
who
talk
knows
to
who's after that?
I know. Sparky.
All
I don't know.
right, Meg. What's your away message today?
Probably I'm in a New York state of mind. Like real cheeky, you know.
Yeah. That's cute.
Yeah. I do love
What's
New York.
mine?
Yeah. What's yours?
What? I really don't know.
Pickle
I
and
think
chill.
that could go either. You could interpret that a number of ways. But it would probably be something like in reference to pickleball.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pickleball. I'll be like, meet me. Oh, did you know Brene Brown is obsessed with pickleball?
No.
And I'm obsessed with Brene Brown. So I'd probably be like, Brene, meet me on the court.
Oh yeah. Maybe she's one of our future guests too.
She is.
Yeah. You'll play pickleball together and then she'll come hang. She'll have a millennial Monday musing chat.
All right.
Okay.
Love you.
Love you too. I'll see you soon.